Berbera Port is the crown jewel of Somaliland's economic future. A bold gamble backed by hundreds of millions of dollars from DP World and support from the United Arab Emirates. But today, that future looks more uncertain than ever. Political shifts, regional rivalry, Djibouti's growing influence, and weakening ties with the UAE are creating a perfect storm. And the question many Somalilanders are quietly asking is this: could DP World lose Berbera the same way it was forced out of Djibouti? Let's break it down. DP World's presence in Berbera began in 2016 when Somaliland signed a 30-year concession, extendable to 40, granting the company the right to modernize and operate the port. This was no small deal. At a time when almost no one was willing to invest in an unrecognized country, DP World stepped forward. Over the next several years, the UAE-backed company poured in massive investment, upgrading the port, building a new deep-water quay, adding modern cranes and container systems, and launching plans for a special economic zone. The dream was clear: turn Berbera into a competitive alternative to Djibouti, especially for landlocked Ethiopia. But this dream came with an enemy. Djibouti has long enjoyed a near monopoly over regional maritime trade, and Berbera's rise was seen as a direct threat to its economic lifeline. That rivalry matters, because Djibouti has already shown the world how far it's willing to go. In 2018, Djibouti unilaterally terminated DP World's concession at the Doraleh container terminal. Despite international rulings in DP World's favor, the company was pushed out. This history casts a long shadow over Berbera. It's a reminder that in the Horn of Africa, even strong contracts can collapse under political pressure. Now add to that the biggest variable of all: Somaliland's political transition. In late 2024, Somaliland elected a new president, Abdirahman Mohamed Abdullahi, widely known as Iro. And with him came a new political direction. The previous administration had strong ties with the UAE, but Iro's government appears more open to Djibouti and less dependent on Abu Dhabi. That alone raises questions about the future of the DP World partnership. But recent events have intensified those concerns. Iro's appointment of a new Sahel district leader, one hailing from tribes that dominate Djibouti's political landscape, caused unease in Berbera. Many Somalilanders interpreted the move as a political favor to Djibouti's president, Ismail Omar Guelleh. In a region where clan dynamics are deeply woven into politics, this decision created suspicion and anxiety, especially among the people of Sahel who are fiercely protective of their port. At the same time, UAE-Somaliland relations appear weaker than before. While the UAE once played an active role in Somaliland's economy and politics, today it seems unusually silent. Then came the shock from Mogadishu. Recently, the Somali federal government announced new regulations requiring people and goods entering Somaliland to obtain permission from Somalia. Somalilanders were outraged. They do not consider themselves part of Somalia, and this move was seen as an attack on their autonomy. Even worse, Flydubai became the first airline to comply with Somalia's directive. For Somalilanders, this felt like a betrayal. If a UAE-owned airline would not respect Somaliland's sovereignty, what does that say about the current state of relations between Hargeisa and Abu Dhabi? And if the UAE's posture is changing, what does that mean for DP World? All of these factors create real, tangible risks. All of these factors create real, tangible risks. A new government with new priorities. Djibouti's renewed influence in Somaliland politics. A cooling relationship with the UAE. Somali federal interference. And the ever-critical question of Ethiopia, a country whose trade volumes could make or break Berbera's long-term success. Any of these pressures could lead to renegotiations, reduce DP World influence, or even the termination of the concession. And if political tensions escalate, DP World could face the same fate in Berbera that it faced in Djibouti. But the situation is not hopeless. Berbera is not just an idea. It is a functioning modern port with real infrastructure, real capacity, and real strategic value. Somaliland benefits immensely from DP World's presence: jobs, revenue, trade, and international connectivity. And DP World is still expanding the port. Ethiopia still needs maritime access. And the UAE may yet re-engage, especially if the political winds shift again. The story of Berbera is far from finished. In the end, Berbera stands at a crossroads. Will it rise as the next major hub of the Horn of Africa? Or will politics, rivalry, and shifting alliances undo years of investment? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. In this region, ports are not just economic assets. They are instruments of power, and power can shift overnight.